So yeah guys, we're currently here inside the brand new Subaru Forester Hybrid. Now on its 6th generation, as you're gonna be seeing naman, this car for this iteration truly went for a very rugged look. More on that later. For now, if you like what you're seeing, or even these kinds of reviews, why not hit subscribe and hit the bell? What a car this thing. So you have to remember that Subaru's biggest market is the North American market, and so therefore this vehicle is pretty much adopted to that market's preferences in terms of what they want in a crossover SUV. So as you're gonna be seeing sa exterior niya, it really looks very chunky, very rugged, while still retaining a few traditional Forester design cues, including of course the car's very boxy shape. Up front, you have new LED headlights along with a new front grille, while in the car side profile, you now have a more sculpted look, especially with the car's roof pillars showcasing the symmetrical all-wheel drive logo. Now, moving towards the tailgate, you're gonna be seeing the Forester logo being stamped right in the car's sheet metal, thus really emphasizing this car's more rugged looks. Now, as for the interior ngayon, if you've been in any Subaru lately, this will be very familiar to you. So here in the middle is basically your Starlink infotainment system, which has this very familiar interface. And so in terms of the features, it's pretty much the same pa rin as what you would find in other Subarus. You also have your wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with, on top of the infotainment system itself, meron ka ditong parang driver monitoring system. We're gonna be finding out a new safety feature that Subaru is debuting here in the Philippine market. You also have a Harman Kardon sound system, while as for the overall design ng kanyang interior, yun nga, like the exterior, they really went all in for a rugged aesthetic. So you have very robust materials all over the interior, such as here in the leather seats, the very rugged door panels. So they're focused on delivering a more rugged and durable feel while still preserving a bit of a premium feel thanks to the generous use of soft touch and leatherette surfaces. As expected, space at the back is also pretty good. And then you also have this large sunroof along with a hands-free powered tailgate. So as for the trunk figures, it's actually pretty good. Though yun nga lang, because of the car's batteries for basically the hybrid system, wala ka na ngayon underfloor storage. Speaking of the hybrid system, yun nga, that is the main highlight here in the brand new Subaru Forester Hybrid. So it is their latest e-boxer system, but unlike the previous e-boxer system, wherein the previous electric motors were quite weak, ngayon, what you have here is a 2.5-liter boxer engine that is mated to a very strong electric motor, at least compared to previous applications. As you're gonna be seeing later, in terms of the driving feel, the hybrid system works really well, combining Subaru's boxer engine expertise and then augmented, of course, by a responsive and smooth electric motor, thus improving the car's city driving experience and actually, more importantly, its fuel efficiency. But Subaru basically promises, at least in the North American market, a 40% improvement in terms of fuel consumption. In fact, with a full tank of gas, the Subaru Forester e-Boxer Hybrid can travel more than 1,200 kilometers. So yeah, that's pretty much like what BYD is touting with their plug-in hybrid SUVs. And so yeah, with that in mind, let us now take this car for a spin to see what this car is like to drive based on our first impressions. So guys, we're currently driving ngayon the Subaru Forester e-Boxer Hybrid. So what does it feel like on the road? The good thing about it is, if you're a fan of the Subaru Boxer engine, you can still pretty much feel that. So one of the good things then with this hybrid powertrain is that it will easily cruise in pure electric mode, because dati yung, let's just say, mild hybrid ng Subaru dati with the previous e-Boxer, parang it was having difficulty cruising in pure electric mode. Pero ngayon, this time around, it pretty much feels like the Toyota hybrid, no, na it will try its best to cut the engine. So it drives pretty smoothly as a result and very quiet lalo in the city. Pero later on, we're gonna be experiencing the power delivery of this hybrid system, and that's when you're gonna also feel pa rin, I think, the thrill of the boxer engine, especially if you still want to preserve the boxer rumble of basically the Subaru. So we're gonna accelerate here and check out how the system will respond.
Parang aeroplano, ha?
So it's actually pretty good. Again, sabi ko nga sa mga hybrid reviews ko, the electric motors tend to, let's just say, sinasalo niya yung papag-spool up, or rather yung pag-build up ng power ng gas engine. And so, here in the Forester Hybrid, it's pretty much the same experience. So, very instant yung response ng power delivery niya. Yun nga, if you're a fan of the Boxer rumble, you still will hear it in the Forester E-Boxer Hybrid. So, that's, I guess, the best of both worlds. No? Now, you can have the aid of an electric motor along with the oral thrill pa rin of a Boxer engine. So we've pretty much come to use, or rather be used with the Subaru Forester, because we've been reviewing like the past 3 generations of the Forester, and we've really loved the car's handling because it's all-wheel drive, there's plenty of grip. Here in this new generation model, they've inherited the steering of the WRX, so as a result, it actually feels very nimble. It feels very responsive yung steering feel niya. And we've always touted Subaru Global Platform, yung kanyang SGP na body structure. And even if you go through bumps, ang sobrang rock solid yung chassis niya, it feels very rigid. The chassis rigidity has been improved by 10%. So mas lalong cohesive, like it feels one inherent solid structure yung itong katawan ng bagong Forester. So that's really good on their part. So we always talk about chassis rigidity in Go Flat Out page because that really helps in making a car feel more cohesive. Mas maganda yung handling niya, mas maganda yung ride quality. Less vibrations after all means na, well, there's more ride comfort. And also, from a driver's perspective, ang ibig sabihin nun is that the car feels sportier to drive. And that's pretty much what you would feel with this brand new Forester Hybrid.
So basically, EDSS will work, or emergency driving stop system will work even on normal driving or while you're using the ACC or adaptive cruise control. So in this case, we're gonna let you use the ACC and also yung LCC or yung lane centering control. And then just set the speed for the ACC at 30 kph automatically. That's at 30 starting, and then you can adjust accordingly preferred speed. But okay, set the speed at 30. Yeah. Then drive, let it drive on its own. Don't handle the steering wheel. And then there's actually 2 systems that's working to determine how you're driving the vehicle: DMS camera and the tactile sensors in the entire steering wheel.
So this is sensor based na siya.
Yes,
Okay.
sensor based. Yeah. So it will warn you if you're not still putting your hands on the steering wheel. It will prompt it more frequently, and then apply the pulse braking to waken the driver. And then it will come to a full stop, turn on the hazard lights, and then unlock the doors.
Ay, wow!
So to rescue, and then it will put the vehicle in park. Okay, so that's EDSS.
Solid! Worked perfectly as described.
Bigyan mo ako thumbs up siya nga dito, tingin ko sa akin.
So now you can just put it in park and then restart it. Yan. Okay na yan. Pwede naman natin gamitin ulit. But unfortunately, you cannot use or reuse the ACC kasi the EDSS has already activated. So all you have to do is just turn off the engine again and then restart.
Para mag-reset
Then it
yung
will reset.
EDSS.
Yes.
Solid! Perfectly, like, as narrated. Saktong-sakto yung narration. Parang, okay, magbubukas yung hazard.
Yes.
Guys, that's EDSS at work with this vehicle. Talagang it's gonna... So we've probably seen videos on YouTube, probably from brands like Audi, BMW na may ganong feature din, but they don't offer those in the Philippines yet. Pero Subaru was able to offer that kind of feature. I think they're one of the first in the mass market segment to offer that emergency feature. So really good on Subaru, and it works perfectly as narrated. So the driving experience, pretty much very solid. Refined, quiet. I would say sportier pa nga than the previous version because the hybrid system really augments the responsiveness of the Boxer engine, it's a really nice overall package based on our first impressions with this car. I can't wait actually to drive this car for a full review. So yeah, just stick to Boxer page of course to know more about the brand new Forester e-Boxer Hybrid.